Hi everybody, Evie here. I'm going to do a pearl pour this afternoon, inspired by Julie from Pouring Your Heart Out. Thank you, Julie. You're amazing. And it's going to consist of I'm trying to get gold pearls, and that mixture is 3:1, 3 parts Floetrol and 1 part gold. Then I'm going to use in like a squiggle pour, if you like. You'll see what I mean. The blue, which I've made myself a combination of what was it now, sky blue and blue mist, and then I'm going to have a cobalt blue and also this sort of mint green colour as well that I've mixed 2:1, 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. First thing we're going to do is make sure our base is level. So I've got my little spirit level here. I'm just checking that out. That's centered and balanced. Unfortunately, I still haven't bought a new frame for my iPad, so I can bring it up and over, but I'll carry it down and show you the effects in the end. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to pour a puddle in the centre with the gold. It's quite a thick mix actually, so I'm hoping this works. It's the thickest mix I've ever made, but I'm just going by Julie's instructions and seeing how that goes. So what's going to happen is, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the other product in the middle, and which will be thinner, which will roll over the gold. The idea is that I'm going to try and get the gold pearls around the edge. Okay, so we'll see how this goes. Just going to get rid of those few air bubbles I can see. Right, so now we're going to pour in the different colours. We'll do this in a couple of layers, I think. And the mint green. And then we'll do another layer. Hopefully you can see there through the clear plastic I'm using, so you can see as the colours layer on top of each other. I'm not quite sure how much paint I need, but I'd rather have too much than not enough at this point. Okay, and a little bit more medium blue. Right, so we'll just pop those over there. Okay, so now we're going to do this squiggly sort of, it might be a ring, it might just be a squiggle, I'm not sure also what's going to happen here. I'm not very experienced with this, but let's give it a go. I think I'll do a squiggle, I think. Oh, now I'll do in a circle. Who knows what's going to happen here? We'll see what happens. Actually, I think it was the blue, I also mixed in some metallic silver, so we'll see how that goes. Well, quite obviously my table isn't level, even though my spirit level says it is, because it's all going off to one side. Just get rid of some of those air bubbles there. And before it runs off, I'll just turn it round. And Julie says this has to be quite a quick pour because otherwise you lose your gold, your pearls, whatever colour they are that you've chosen. There's still some more air bubbles in there. Right, so I'm just going to let that come over. See how it rolls, hopefully over the gold. Oh yes, it's happening. Rolling over the gold. And let it go off the edge and then back again. Bringing it back to the middle. And then down and over that edge. I'm doing it on a round board here, though I think Julie does hers on a rectangle. Maybe I should have done that. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. I love the colours. It's very exciting. Hard to hold because it's one of my placemat boards that I can't knock the pins into, and there's nothing to grab hold of. And then once again, I'm going to bring it back. That's looking quite spectacular. Look at that. Wow. Maybe a little bit more off that side, just a little. Okay. Just moving the paint around, hoping this is going to work. If it doesn't, we'll see. I like it as it is anyway. Okay, so this is how we go. I've got quite a lot of the dark in the middle. I was hoping that that would spread out a bit better than that. Never mind. Always have a wet rag on hand to wipe your gloves because you need to keep touching the camera. Well, I'm afraid that was quite unsuccessful. I'll bring you down to see. Here we are. Can't see any gold whatsoever. I guess the cell structure was formed just from the Floetrol itself. I see a tinge of gold trying to come through, but no, not successful. So I'm going to give it a go, another go, but I'm using a different brand of gold. We'll see what happens there. Okay, second attempt. I'm using a Montmartre gold this time. We'll see if that works. I've lightened up my mint green by adding a bit of white in it too. So I just see it was a bit overtaken, the other one, by the dark blue. So I just wanted a bit more of a variation. We'll see. I've levelled it. It was unlevel. I've got a little stick underneath. So we'll try again. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to give up. If I don't get it right today, I'll try again tomorrow, I think. Okay, so we do the puddle in the middle. Okay, that's good. We'll see how that goes this time. Hope everyone's having a lovely day today. I've had a super day. I've been planting and making some creative artworks with plants, actually, for one of my son's new homes for the display. And I've used bromeliads, and I've bought this beautiful metal, sort of almost like the Eiffel Tower, in steel, and I'm going to attach them all. I've put all the bromeliads in stockings with different types of soil and rougher mixture that they need, and tied them all together. So I'll show you when it's finished anyway, because I'm really happy with it. Anyways, the sun's been shining. God, what a difference it makes when the sun shines. We've had such miserable weather. Right, let's start. I'll get a clean cup. I won't put as much in this time. I'm going to start with the blue. Little. I think I'll rather go smaller amounts. We'll try smaller amounts at once. The very light teal, very light mint green. Blue, the medium blue. Can you see the colours in there? You can see in the, go again, the blue. If I show you the cup this way, you can see the different layers coming in. Those, they're looking good, aren't they? Go again to the light, a bit of the medium. Okay, there we are. There's the cup of colours, and we'll see what's going to happen. Hoping not to end up with too much dark blue over this. Taking the air bubbles out for gold. And I'm going to pour in a ring pour in little circles, if I can manage it. Hoping I get some the ring in the ring pour. See, I didn't mean to drop that, sorry. So far, so good. Looking fabulous. Just moving my hand backwards and forwards a little bit, just to add a bit more. See? Try and catch that last drip. There we go. That's inside the cup. Exciting colours. I'll just let that sit for a second. Get any air bubbles out. Once again, we will try. Isn't it fun? Gosh, I love painting and being creative. So exciting. I'm loving what's happening down here. I'm going to bring you down just to show you what it looks like right at this moment. Here we are. And this is what's happened with my pour. See how it's rolling over the gold? So I'm just going to assist it now to go to the edges, and hopefully it's going to leave me gold pearls around the outside. But doesn't that look spectacular? I love it. Given up with the gloves, had to take them off to press the button on my iPad. I'm such a messy person. Anyway, here we go. Let's see what happens. So we're going to take it straight to the edges, where it's rolled over. I'm just going to bring it round first, round to the edges, twisting round and round. And off the edge. looking beautiful. Oh gosh, I'm delighted with it, with this one, even if I don't have the gold. I think it's beautiful. Anyway, just moving that down a wee bit more. Trying to just stretch out those rings in the ring core. And I think I will leave it at that and see what's happened. Right, bring it back. There, look at that. Isn't that just absolutely magnificent? Get this paint off me now. And I'll just give it a blowtorch and then I'm going to let it sit for a while and I'll be back. Okay, I've torched it now, but I'm thinking I haven't got any gold actually on the paper underneath from where I've poured and moved the fluid art around. So I'm thinking perhaps I've still got the gold underneath here. I need to stretch the paint a bit more. So I'm going to give it a go. We'll see what happens. Because I'm thinking I might have it still trapped under. I can see something trying to come out, but I don't think I've actually got the gold to the edge. I think it's still under the paint. So I'm just going to stretch it all the way around. And hopefully that will help. Just keep moving it around. And there's a couple of little dots of gold down on the paper, but not much at all. We'll see. The way of the paint shifting around a bit now. I hope I still love it at the end of this because I loved it before. Oh well, we'll see. I'm wondering if it's because I've got a combination of different brands of paint on there. So if this doesn't work, I shall do again tomorrow and I'll try all the same brands. Okay, well, that's stretched out quite a bit now, so we'll see in a moment. I'll leave it, I'll give it a blast again with a blowtorch, and then I'll let it sit for a while and come back. Okay, well, this is the results. The only bit of gold I can see trying to rays come through is there. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I shall keep trying. But look at how beautiful this is. Look at this. Doesn't that look spectacular? Because my favourite colour is blue, aqua colours, and it's just, it looks spectacular. There is some gold through there, but not how I had envisaged, but absolutely spectacular nonetheless. It's improving. I've just got to get there. Okay, here we are. The next day, it's still soaking wet because our weather's raining, but some little pearls of gold have come up, but not many. I was expecting them to be all round the edge. Never mind, I'll give it another go. Maybe it'll be third time lucky. And here's the other one. But still, really, still quite spectacular, both of them. Oh yeah, there's some more gold there. Still beautiful. I do love them. Okay, keep posting.